Hi everybody, my name is Jessie Lane Lee and I'm a holistic nutritionist, cookbook author, and I run corporate wellness cooking classes and lunch and learns. I am also an educator for Nutridom Canada. Today I am here to talk all about gut health. It is such a hot topic right now. So I want to explain why our gut is considered our second brain, introduce you to prebiotics and probiotics so you can help nourish your gut. So first off, why is the gut so important? Of course we know the gut is responsible for digestion. But did you know it also affects our entire immune system? It affects our energy levels, our moods, the list goes on. And it communicates to the rest of our body through our nervous system. That's why it's considered a second brain, because it plays a huge role in all of these functions of our body. So it is really, really important to keep our gut happy and healthy. We can do this through a lot of different ways. Number one, we want to reduce stress. I know we've heard this before, and we know that stress is not doing us any favors. So whenever we can reduce stress, it's better. The reason how stress is linked to our gut is because when we're stressed out, we're in fight or flight mode. Even if we're not stressed out because there's a tiger behind us, our body thinks there is and puts all of its resources and energy into our muscles so we can run away from the tiger or fight it. This means that when we're stressed out, our digestion is almost shut down because it's not important for fight or flight. So what we want to do is make sure we reduce stress and spend more time in that rest and digest mode where our digestive system can do what it needs to do. On top of that, we can drink lots of water. We hear this a lot too. Water is so important for our digestion. It helps with all the digestive juices that breaks down our food and with our body's elimination system of all of the waste in our bodies. So we want to sleep, we want to drink water, we also want to eat a healthy diet. And we want to include lots of probiotic foods. Probiotics are the good bacteria in our gut. Things like kimchi, sauerkraut, miso, fermented foods are really nourishing for our gut. We're going to talk a little bit more about probiotics later, so we'll shelve that one. We also want to make sure we're avoiding the foods that is bad for our digestion and feeding that bad bacteria in our gut. Things like sugar and alcohol, processed food, which adds a burden to our gut. We want to avoid those as much as we can. And finally, we can start by adding some prebiotic and probiotics to our diet to support gut health. So let's talk about prebiotics first. Prebiotics are pretty cool. They're a fiber in plants that our bodies can't actually digest. So you may think our bodies can't digest it, what's the point of eating it? But there's a good point to it. What it does is it feeds the good bacteria in our gut. It is food for them so they can flourish and do the things they need to do to make us feel good. On top of that, prebiotics are fantastic because they bulk up our stools so we have really efficient waste elimination. So one of my favorite prebiotics are Celium Husk. It's one that's really easy to have. Nutridom Canada has a great Celium Husk product. You just put 2 teaspoons of Celium Husk into any liquid. So today I have some lemonade here. I squeezed a half a lemon into some filtered water and then added a splash of maple syrup because I'm Canadian and I love maple syrup. And then I'm just gonna mix it up. And this is a really delicious and easy way to get those prebiotics into your diet. You wanna give it a nice good mix. The Celium Husk will dissolve, and then you can take a sip. So good. I didn't mix mine quite enough, but if you keep mixing, it'll be nice and smooth. The next thing I'm gonna move on to is probiotics. So in our guts, there's a very delicate balance between the good bacteria and the bad bacteria. And sometimes the bad bacteria can take over, which we don't want to happen. Things that cause the bad bacteria to take over could be stress, which we talked about, age, or eating a poor diet that feeds that bad bacteria, or taking antibiotics. These all kill the good bacteria or impact the good bacteria in our gut so the bad bacteria can flourish. And we don't want this. We want lots of good bacteria in there. So we want those probiotics. They are so important. They help us properly break down our food so our bodies are fueled and they have the vitamins and minerals and nutrients they need. It helps in the manufacturing of energizing B vitamins to keep our energy levels high. It helps keeping our immune function really strong and helps us fight off those infections. Oh my gosh, it does so much. I could go on forever. Probiotics are just so important to our overall health. So as I mentioned earlier, we can easily get them from food, from things like sauerkraut, kimchi, miso, yogurt, kombucha. Fermented food is a great source of probiotics. But if you're looking for even more probiotics and find it hard to introduce fermented food into your diet on a daily basis, then taking a supplement can be really great. Nutridom Canada has 2 different probiotic supplements. There is which one do I have in my hand? This is the 40 billion, which has 11 different strains of probiotics. Or if you want to kick it up a notch, you can do the 80 billion, which has 14 different strains. And it's really simple as just taking a pill. So I hope by now you understand a little bit more the role our gut has in our overall health. Yes, it is super important for digestion, for breaking apart our food and giving us the nutrients and the fuel we need to be energized and healthy. It's going to help support our immune system. It's going to keep our moods high. It does so much in our body. So we want to keep our guts healthy. A great way to do this is introducing a prebiotic like Celium Husk into our daily lives and a probiotic. So definitely check out these 3 supplements by Nutridom Canada. If you've got any questions, I'm happy to answer them. You can send me a DM or hop down into the comments and I will help you out. And if you're taking probiotics or prebiotics, let me know about that in the comments. I can't wait to hear and give you a virtual high five. All right, well, thank you so much for watching. I'm sending you love, peace, and healthy eats. Bye.